What's going on, everybody? Sean Daniel here with Guitar Control. Today we're getting bluesy, and we're going to talk about adding a little bit of action to your blues chords, okay? So this is going to be a basic kind of 12-bar blues format that we're going to do in the key of E. So make sure you click the link below because I'm going to tab out everything that we're doing here. And it's really about just taking what's very basic 12-bar blues and then kind of doing one little, maybe like inflection to kind of give a little action to those chords and make it seem a little bluesier, okay? So the three chords that we're going to need to know are going to be E major, A major, and B major, okay? Now, we don't have to play the B major as the bar chord. We're going to talk about some alternative things that you can do. Basically, real quick, the E major is open E, 2A, 2D, 1G, then open B and E, right? A major is open A, 2D, 2G, 2B, open E. There's a lot of different ways you can play it, right? And then the B major is kind of a tricky one for a lot of people to play at first because it's a bar chord where it's like 2 on the A string, 4 on the D string, G string, and B string, and 2 on the E string again. Like that. Oof! That's tough, especially get that high E string in there. But don't worry because we can just take that A major chord and play up like this. So now I'm just grabbing the 4th fret of the D, the G, and the B string. Okay, so for a traditional non-bluesy-ish 12-bar blues, we're just playing E, A, and B. It can sound like this. Then A, then back to E, then B, then A, then E. So again, however you want to count it, we could do like 4 bars of E, 2 bars of A, 2 bars of E, 1 bar of B, 1 bar of A, and then 2 bars of E, which again, I'll kind of go over a little bit more of that while we're doing it. But instead of just regularly strumming an E chord, I want to add a little bit of action by making it bluesy. The sound of the blues is going to be the sound of dominant 7 chords, okay? So the really easy way to make a dominant 7 out of E chord is just lift your ring finger up. So now I have open E, 2A, open D, and 1G, okay? So I think a cool way to kind of add a little bit of action to either E7 chord or an E chord is to go back and forth. And then, so all I'm doing is I'm switching between a full E, then an E7, then E to E7. So we've kind of spiced up the first 4 bars of that 12-bar blues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So a bar could be 2 counts on the E and 2 counts on the E7, and that'll give us 1 bar, okay? Now we're gonna go 1 more note beyond that to kind of add a little bit of a flourish. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, this is that guy right there. Very bluesy to maybe take that 3rd fret on the E string, grab it with your free ring finger because when you lift up on an E7, that opens up your ring finger to become like a free agent. Like that, right? So E to 7, E7. Okay, so we can just do that 4 times in 4 bars, or in a different version of a blues thing, we can just do 2 bars of that until we get to the A, right? So that's how I'm going to play it right now, is just 2 bars of E and then go to the A. 2, 4. And then A. Okay, now that's just static. On an A, we can do the exact same thing as we did with the E. We can go E, or A, to A7. Okay, to make it A7, same thing, you just lift a finger up, and then you get an open G string. So it's open A, 2D, open G, open B. Now, if you have this one, we're using your middle finger, your ring finger, your pinky, you can just open it up like that, okay? But the trick to this is we want to do it in a way where we can kind of get grab the 3rd fret of the A string, just like we did with the G. Now you can do that with your pinky. If you go like this, like that. But when you do that, your ring finger just goes down to open up that G. So again, in a 12-bar blues, we'd have 4 bars of the first one, and then 2 of the A chord and 2 of the E chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, bend. 3rd bar, 4th bar, A to A7 to A, the bend back to E. 2 bars of here. Then we have 1 bar of a B, a bar of A, and then 2 bars of E. Okay, so after those first 8 bars, again, 4 of E, 2 of A, 2 of E, and then with the inflections, whichever ones you feel comfortable enough to do, we have just that 1 bar of a B major chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, back to the A major, and then we go back to E, right? A lot of different options on what we can do with that B. One really easy way is to, instead of playing the bar chord, play it as a 7 chord the entire time, right? So a B7 in this voicing is going to be 2A, 1D, 2G, open B, and 2 on the high string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. The great thing about this B7 voicing is it sits right next to the other voicings that we did. So we can do the whole thing with the E7, an A7, and a B7. And look how much my hand is moving just going between those 3 voicings. E7. If you look at my fretting hand, it doesn't really look like I'm doing a whole lot. So that's a very efficient way to do the whole thing. But I do want to talk about getting a little higher up the neck to grab that B chord, and then maybe make it a B7. Because I think that's a very bluesy sounding version, that even this right here, I think sounds bluesier than, maybe it just sounds different to me, okay? It's good to be able to kind of see different chord voicings all around the neck, right? So remember, this was our A to our A7. This right here, just move that A sharp, B, 4th fret, and that makes our B7 2D, or 4D, 2G, and 4B. And then when we do it like that, with your middle finger and your pointer finger and your ring finger, we can just slide this back to the A, and that leaves your pinky open to do that. Or again, if you can use it like this, there's a lot of different ways you can do that. If you play the A7 with your pointer finger and your middle finger, that's the easier way to kind of get that bend in there. Again, a lot of these flourishes and tips and tricks and stuff are totally optional. However you want to play it, as long as you're feeling the blues in your soul, it is okay with me. Okay, so we're going to go through the whole thing. Our 12-bar blues, 4 bars of the 1 chord, which is E, 2 of the 4 chord, which is A, 2 bars of the 1 chord, E. A bar of the 5 chord, E, F, G, A, B, right? A bar of the 5 chord, a bar of the 4 chord, and then 2 bars of the E, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 2nd bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 2nd bar. B7, 1 bar. To A7, 1 bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A. 2, 3, 4. 2nd bar. B7 here. So just some variations that you could do over basic blues in E, as we would call it, by getting those 7 chord voicings. Don't be afraid to kind of get this one, even though it looks like kind of a stretch. I think grabbing that B7 is really a cool thing that you can add to any bar, any blues in E, instead of just going to the old tried and true B7 chord voicing that you know. Start experimenting with some new stuff. So anyways, I hope you liked this lesson. If you have any questions or comments, hit us up in the comment section. And make sure to click on any of these other links around here by other videos on the Guitar Control channel by myself, other great instructors, and we're always looking for your feedback, so let us know what you want to see, and we'll get to you soon. Thanks a lot.